Hi guys, and welcome to Friday's lesson for English this week. And this is probably my favourite point of this learning journey, because what we're going to do now is we're going to start on our final project for our journey on non-chronological reports on information texts, and we're going to look at this mystical planet called Pandora. Now, I'm sure not many of you will have heard of this, but there's a film called Avatar. It's a few years old now, but in it, it's got this beautiful moon planet. It's called Pandora. It's a fictional planet. It's made up, but obviously because it's made up and it's made up by an author as part of a story, it's much more interesting than any planet you'll ever come across. So it makes a really effective stimulus for writing our information texts about. Every year the children absolutely love doing this. They produce amazing end products, and it's really fascinating. There's lots and lots to write about, and what we're going to do today is we're going to start to plan our piece out by researching the information you'll need, because unless you've seen the film or unless you know anything about the planet, even I see the film, I still don't know much about the planet, you're not going to have much information about this planet at this point. So we're going to learn all about it today. So just to recap, this week we have learned about how to write information texts or non-chronological reports, and we looked at the waggle of the planet Mars, and looked at the writing skills, how that's made, the structure, the subheadings, the use of formal language, the range of sentence types, and that was a really good example of a waggle for a non-chronological report. We've then practiced some of our writing skills using our planet Earth, because we know about our planet, so it was an easy one to do about. But we've learned how to write an introductory paragraph. We've learned how to construct a paragraph around a theme. Do you remember when you did about the geographical, scientific themes within in Earth and Mars? So you did a paragraph about a specific area, and you also learned how to use the organisational devices, so how to use bullet points. So we looked at some of the features, some of the different things you could visit on Earth, for example, the 7 wonders of the world, and how you could use bullet points to make that really clear for the reader. And we're going to use those skills now and apply them to our end product piece, our final piece, which will be the one that we exhibit and publish at the end, all about Pandora. Now, in my opinion, this planet Pandora is going to be much more interesting to write about than Mars or Earth. So it makes a really good stimulus for us to write our final project. And that's what it says there. It says, now we are going to write our information text from start to finish, all about Pandora, the fictional moon planet. They are going to be wicked. But of course, first of all, we need to do some research so we have information about our planet. So today's lesson is I can research information for my information text, okay, which then means that over the weekend, then ready for Monday, we're ready to start writing it all out. So today is all about information gathering. Now, what I've got for you, first of all, is a video called Pandora Discovered. The first thing I want you to do is just to watch that video through once, just enjoy it, listen to the woman talk through. I don't want you to make any notes or anything, just get a feel for this amazing planet. So the first bit is sit back, relax, it's about 4.5 minutes long, and just watch this amazing video.
Pandora, a world of wonder and mystery, incredible danger and strange beauty. From Earth's southern hemisphere, you can see the solar system where Pandora is located. Alpha Centauri. At a distance of 4.4 light-years from Earth, the Alpha Centauri system is our nearest stellar neighbor. The largest of its 2 sun-like stars, Alpha Centauri A, or ACA to astronomers, is Pandora's sun. Pandora is one of many moons orbiting the planet Polyphemus, a gas giant planet the size of Saturn. Pandora's toxic atmosphere makes it uninhabitable by humans. Tropical rainforest covers a large part of each of the continents. These rainforests are similar to those that once covered the Amazon basin, but on a scale several times the size of anything on Earth. A wide variety of animals can be found throughout Pandora, awe-inspiring and dangerous. Most animals, including the winged creatures of the sky, are hexapods, 6-limbed, except the humanoid Navi, standing 9 to 10 feet tall. The dire horse is a 6-legged behemoth used by the Na'vi for hunting and trekking. The Na'vi also use the banshee to hunt from the air, but hunter can become prey in the presence of the even larger great Leonopteryx. In the canopy below, other vicious predators roam. Packs of viper wolves, thick-skinned hammerhead Titanotheris, and the most fearsome land predator, the Thanator. But there is beauty even in the most frightening things. In a dreamlike landscape reminiscent of a Magritte painting, vast magnetic fields, coupled with the exotic properties of unobtainium, allow the Hallelujah Mountains to float in flux, constantly moving. As the most efficient superconductor known to exist, unobtainium is a rare earth mineral mined by humans and the sole reason for their presence on Pandora. Every living organism on Pandora has bioluminescent qualities that set the night aglow. Plants, animals, and marine organisms share this same trait, emitting light in breathtaking patterns. From what scientists can tell, the Pandoran ecology works and communicates like a nervous system, suggesting a symbiotic relationship between all things Pandoran. Perhaps the best symbols of this relationship are small luminescent wood sprites, which are the seeds of the Vitraia Ramunong, the Tree of Souls. The tree is sacred to the Na'vi and believed to be the heart of the deep connection of all life. Pandora. One can only think of its namesake in Greek mythology. The box has been opened. Amidst the savage terrain and fierce creatures, we must assume this strange, bewitching place might hold something inside itself for us all. Hope. For our race, for our planet, and for the future of all living things.
Fantastic, guys. So now hopefully you've watched that video through, really enjoyed that, and picked up some details about this what's called a moon planet called Pandora. Details such as it's in the Alpha Centauri solar system, which is obviously like a made-up solar system. And I think it's 4.4 light years away from Earth and things like that. So those are some of the factual things that you need to know to obviously be able to write your non-chronological report. There's also things in there about creatures having bioluminescent qualities, and what that means is bioluminescent is talking about the fact that everything lights up in the planet. So all the creatures and all the the plants and everything, they've got this sort of like neon glow that looks really beautiful and lights up, and that's what the bioluminescent quality is. There's a special mineral called unobtainium, which again is a made-up mineral. It's a fictional thing, but it's a mineral that people mine, and it's got special powers. And in the film, it's like the humans want to take over the planet because they want to get the mineral. But you just need to know what that word means. It's a very special mineral in the Earth, in Pandora. That's got special powers, and it's this very special, mystical, magical planet, and far more interesting to write a non-chronological information text about than Mars or Earth, and that's why the children at the end of this project, they produce such amazing pieces of writing. So what I want you to do today is you're going to watch that video again in a second, but this time you're going to gather notes and information which links to our ICANN. So the keys to success are to gather notes and information from the video that you can use to create your final information text. So we're not writing out the information text today, we're just gathering, we're just building up our knowledge and gathering our knowledge. What you can do is you can use the scaffold below to help you structure your note collection. So what I've done in the scaffold below, I'll show you now, it's got key headings that could be your plan for when you write your information text at the end. And then I'll put down some bullet point ideas for the things you can make notes about. So if I just click down to the scaffolds, I've got different headings. I've got what is Pandora? So you could write that into your book as a subheading title. And then I've got 4 bullet points, sort of sentence starters or questions, the things that you might want to know information about. So what is Pandora? Where does Pandora's name come from? Where is it? and you can add in the details, and you could do 4 as a minimum, but you might want to add in some more information there to gather notes, distance from Earth, things like that. Then I put another one, what makes Pandora so special? Well, things to do with the fact it's like a tropical rainforest, the fact it's very beautiful. She talks about that in the video. The atmosphere in Pandora, it says that it's toxic to humans, so you need to note that down. She mentioned in the video about these Hallelujah Mountains, that are the floating mountains. So again, listen to that part of the video, note down the information she says. The mineral and obtainium that I mentioned before, and the bioluminescent qualities, so some useful vocabulary there for you. And then I've got a final subheading that says inhabitants. Now, inhabitants are things that live on the planet, and she refers to it as a wide variety of animals and what they call humanoids. So humanoids, they look a bit like humans, but they're not really humanoids. They're sort of the blue people that live on the planet. She refers to 6-limbed animals, the hexapods. Hex meaning 6, like a hexagon, 6. So hexapods, lots of the animals on Pandora is 6-limbed. And then what I've put for you here is some of the animals she mentions. She mentions the peaceful inhabitants like the Na'vi, the direhorse, the banshee, and then there's also dangerous predators that are called the great Leonopteryx, the viper wolves, the hammerheads, Titanotheris, and the Thanator. And again, that's useful for you on the scaffold is the spellings of those names. You're going to need those when you write your non-chronological reports. And what I'd like you to do is use that scaffold to help you to create your planning notes for all the information that you need for your piece of writing. What I suggest you do, if you look at the key to success, keep pausing the video and gathering information as you go. You won't just remember everything by watching it through and listening to her speak or trying to write at the speed she speaks. What I do is I'll watch a little piece of information and then I'll start noting down the information that you gather. To keep pausing at different points. Don't try to write everything out. Don't just regurgitate and write out exactly what the woman says in the video. You can turn all of this into full paragraphs when we write our final information text. Your job at this point is to make notes. And by notes, what I mean is short, simple sentences using some of the language you hear on the video. So not just one words, little sentences, but sentences that capture the information from the video. As a stretch, so what I would suggest you do is use that scaffold to set it out, something like that. You can write it down into your book and set it out with the subheadings and the bullet points. Some of you, however, might prefer to present your notes in a different way. You might want to use a mind map or something like that. As an example, just to get before you start, what I would do is I listen to the start of the video because that's when she talked about what's Pandora. And if you listen at the start of the video, she explains, she uses some vocabulary to describe Pandora and explains that it's a moon planet in the Alpha Centauri solar system that orbits a planet called, it's like a moon that orbits a bigger planet called Polyphemus. So again, that would be the note that I would write in that box there. Pandora is a moon. It's like a moon planet, I'll call it a moon-planet, that orbits the larger planet, which is called Polyphemus, in the Alpha Centauri A solar system. That's answering that question. A simple sentence that gathers the information. Where is the name derived from? Well, she explains that in the video. Again, a simple sentence to gather that. We're just gathering it all in bullet points. Remember, this isn't your final non-chronological report. It's just the notes you need at this point. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do that now. Watch the video through. Have a go at doing the task. And then once you've finished watching the video, come back to this, press play again, because I've also got some final websites you could have a look at if you wanted to after you've finished doing the research activity. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Watch the video now. See you later.
Pandora, a world of wonder and mystery, incredible danger and strange beauty. From Earth's southern hemisphere, you can see the solar system where Pandora is located. Alpha Centauri. At a distance of 4.4 light-years from Earth, the Alpha Centauri system is our nearest stellar neighbor. The largest of its 2 sun-like stars, Alpha Centauri A, or ACA to astronomers, is Pandora's sun. Pandora is one of many moons orbiting the planet Polyphemus, a gas giant planet the size of Saturn. Pandora's toxic atmosphere makes it uninhabitable by humans. tropical rainforest covers a large part of each of the continents. These rainforests are similar to those that once covered the Amazon basin, but on a scale several times the size of anything on Earth. A wide variety of animals can be found throughout Pandora, awe-inspiring and dangerous. Most animals, including the winged creatures of the sky, are hexapods, six-limbed, except the humanoid Navi, standing 9 to 10 feet tall. The dire horse is a six-legged behemoth used by the Navi for hunting and trekking. The Navi also use the banshee to hunt from the air, but hunter can become prey in the presence of the even larger great Leonopteryx. In the canopy below, other vicious predators roam. Packs of viper wolves, thick-skinned hammerhead Titanotheris, and the most fearsome land predator, the Thanator. But there is beauty even in the most frightening things. In a dreamlike landscape reminiscent of a Magritte painting, vast magnetic fields, coupled with the exotic properties of unobtainium, allow the Hallelujah Mountains to float in flux, constantly moving. As the most efficient superconductor known to exist, unobtainium is a rare earth mineral mined by humans and the sole reason for their presence on Pandora. Every living organism on Pandora has bioluminescent qualities that set the night aglow. Plants, animals, and marine organisms share this same trait, emitting light in breathtaking patterns. From what scientists can tell, the Pandoran ecology works and communicates like a nervous system, suggesting a symbiotic relationship between all things Pandoran. Perhaps the best symbols of this relationship are small luminescent wood sprites, which are the seeds of the Vitraia Ramunong, the Tree of Souls. The tree is sacred to the Navi and believed to be the heart of the deep connection of all life. Pandora. One can only think of its namesake in Greek mythology. The box has been opened. Amidst the savage terrain and fierce creatures, we must assume this strange, bewitching place might hold something inside itself for us all. Hope. For our race, for our planet, and for the future of all living things.
Alright guys, so hopefully you've enjoyed doing that activity. By now what you should have done is watch the video through again, maybe 2 or 3 times, pausing it as you went along and gathering all those notes and information. I've done the same thing myself, and you can see here for underneath all those scaffolded headlines, I've got the key information. It's 4.4 light years away from Earth. It's in the Alpha Centauri solar system. Tropical rainforest covers much of the planet, and it's the Amazon rainforest. It's very beautiful. She refers to it as a dream-like landscapes reminiscent of a Greek painting. Okay, very beautiful. Pandora's toxic atmosphere uninhabited by humans. Explain what the Hallelujah Mountains are, what unobtainium is, and I also gathered some information from the video about the different creatures. We've got the banshee, the viper wolves, and so on and so forth. What we can do through the rest of the evening, obviously you'll have gathered all your own information as well, but when we come to write our final piece next week, I'll upload this one that I've done as well, so you can have this as an extra scaffold with some of the information that you'll need through the piece. It's very similar to what you've gathered from the video. What I've got for you now as well is one final thing, is for those of you really interested in this, there's one final stretch activity. If you want to have a go at it, it's a bit of an add-on thing. There's a website called Pandorapedia.com. I'm just going to click on it, and it's absolutely amazing. It's humongous, and it teaches you all about Pandora. It starts with the Pandora Discovered video. It's a brilliant website, and then you can click into it, and it teaches you all about everything on the planet. Now, There are hundreds and hundreds of pages on this website, so I'm not asking you to go and read through all of the pages because you'll be there forever. But if you're really interested and want to find out more, there's more you can research on this website. So for example, if I click on the Navi, which is the humanoids, it tells me all about the Navi, and there's lots of information, and you could gather extra notes for your to gather, maybe what they look like, what they do, their behaviors. It also tells you about there's loads in here: food and drink, what they eat, banana fruit. There's far too much for you to like gather information off all the pages. But if you're just interested and want to spend some more time having a look through the website, please feel free. If you look at fauna are all the different animals. So although we looked at the banshee as one of the animals in the video, there's actually like a little video of the banshee, and then more information about the banshee in there, so more than just on the video. It actually tells you about all the different animals. You can have a look through the animoids and the forest animals. There's hundreds upon hundreds. Flora are the plants on the islands. You can have a look through some of them. So that's an extra thing, that's an add-on. And last year the children spent half an hour in the computer room just looking on that website and just were fascinated by it. And what you could do is I put there some notes, gather extra research notes about Pandora, the Navi, the humanoids, what they look like, what they eat. You could have a look at the fauna of the animals, maybe have a look for some more information about the ones that we researched earlier. I've said there's hundreds of pages on this website, so don't feel you need to look at everything, but look through pages that appeal to you. Have fun. It's a really interesting moon planet. There's another website, this one here, avatar.com. If you're really into it, here's another one as well, that you can just have a look at maybe when you've got some spare time. There's lots and lots on here all about Pandora. Again, just the sort of extra research if you wanted to do it. By all means, there's an extra stretch for you to have a look through. I've been having a look through it this morning. There's hundreds of pages, really fascinating, really interesting. So it's a bit of a bonus extra thing if you want to. The key thing today is you've gathered your notes, you know what you're talking about, ready to write your non-chronological report last week, and hopefully your notes look a bit like this in your book with all the key information. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Bye.